Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a tier list video. I have not recorded a video uh, on my laptop in a while, but we're doing it again. I haven't used OBS in such a long time, but we're seeing how this goes. We're making I did a tier list. I did a tier list? No. I found this tier list of Walking Dead Telltale characters, and well, I didn't just find it, I searched for it, but I wanted to do this video. Um, we're only ranking like half the characters here because the bottom half of this list are characters that I don't care about. Anyone past James here? You see James, where the cursor is, that's where we're cutting it off. There's still a good amount of characters here. I basically just removed all characters that I didn't care for. And wait a minute, do I have Rebecca here? I don't think I have Rebecca here. I think I was going to add Rebecca, but then I got distracted because I needed to go to the toilet. Shit, we don't have Rebecca. Oh, oh, that sucks. Okay, we have Rebecca. It's possible that she was already here. Oh, she is. Are you kidding me? She's right here. Oh my God. What? Like immediately, literally, immediate. Okay, well, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. There's also Luke from the show down there because, well, I needed to get a Luke picture. But I accidentally got the wrong Luke. Anyway, I was gonna put her at the cabin for group. Okay, let's start off. Jeez, what an embarrassment. So this goes in relative chronological order for the games. I say relative chronological order because I think some things might be mixed about, but it really doesn't matter. Anyway, so first of all is Clementine. She's going up in S tier, obviously for obvious reasons. She is my favorite character in all the games. She's going at the top of S tier. We're starting off with the best character of all the games here. I love Clementine. She is in all the episodes. She's the main character. She evolves so much throughout the series. She is a small child in season one, then still a small child in season two, but she has adapted to survival. Then season three, she's like a rogue Clementine that has lost AJ and lost like everyone she loves. But then in season four, she's like the best version of them all because she has all the traits of the previous seasons, but is also a caring mother for AJ. And I basically just love every single version of Clementine. And New Frontier wasn't great with Clementine. I gotta admit, like I feel like the season was kind of hindered by her presence in it. But at the same time, I still liked her in it. It's kind of a weird situation with a New Frontier. I I replayed all the games recently, and I did not really enjoy a New Frontier that much. But every time I play the game, I'm always excited to play a Clementine. Play not play as Clementine, but get to the Clementine parts. It was in both playthroughs. It was like I want Clementine. I need her. She's awesome. The voice actress is also amazing. Like I've seen like an interview with her, and like the Clementine voice isn't even her actual voice. Interesting enough, it's different. Lee, he's the goat. He's obviously going in S tier. He's not the best character because Clem's the best character, but he's the goat. It's just how it is. So he's gonna appear the first season. You gotta play as Lee, and I guess it's like the whole season is just a one big second chance for him because he was arrested for killing a senator who was sleeping with his wife. And in this season, you get to redeem yourself in the eyes of the world, and it gets like a second chance with the whole zombie outbreak apocalypse. And I mean, he's great. I do feel like he is like with Clementine. Whenever he plays Clementine, I feel like you're able to influence the type of person Clementine is just that tad bit more. Like I feel like with Lee, he's always kind of the same. He's always trying to seek redemption from people from the world in like the way you're playing is. And sorry. He's always trying to seek redemption. That's his journey. But I feel like with Clementine, and especially like let's say in season two, she is trying to find a new group, and that's kind of the whole plot of the second season. But I feel like you could influence the type of person that Clementine is, and that's what I like about the second season. Actually, is how you're able to influence that. And of course, they didn't really pick up on that properly in the New Frontier. Obviously, we all know how the flashbacks are in that game. It's truly horrible, but I like that. And you're able to choose. Oh well, you actually are able to choose how you raise Clementine. So that's the same for both of these characters. But I think I was just going off of more season two. Yeah, I don't really think I have much of a point there because you are able to influence the type of person that Lee is. But I think season two did the best job at that. So it's just making a point. Herschel from the games, uh, he doesn't have much. I think I'm gonna put him in. E. I think I'm gonna put him in D. I love Herschel in the show, and I've not read the comics, but Herschel here, he's just kind of all right. Same with Sean, he's all right. They're nothing special. It always kind of made me wonder why they put these two in the game in the first episode and put Glenn. Actually, let's do Glenn as well. Glenn, I probably think about Glenn C. I feel like we got a little bit more with him in the first episode than these two did. It's weird. It's insane. It's kind of universe breaking how they went from Herschel's farm and Sean, and they could have very well have met Maggie in that time as well. And then they go to the motor inn and meet Glenn, Maggie's future husband. They do marry in the comics, right? I don't know. They marry in the show anyway, so it's insane. What? Why? Why was there so many comic tie-ins in the first episode? I don't really. That's the thing I hate. I actually don't like about the first episode is how these characters are all here. But I like them anyway. Kenny, another S tier character. I don't know. I actually flip flop in this a lot. If I like Kenny or Lee better. They're two very different characters with very different purposes. But I think I'm gonna uh, put him a little bit behind Lee, but these could change any day now. Season one, Kenny was great. Uh, I always laugh at the whole game mechanic, which were to get Kenny to side with you at the end of the game, you have to have like a certain amount of Kenny points because you have to it's like a big like bar of what you need to do to make Kenny happy. You have to kill Larry or you have to shoot Duck and shoot the boy in the attic and all this. And it's kind of annoying, but also I do like it as a gameplay feature. But also Kenny's character is also just amazing. And he's pretty chill in episode one, just protecting his family. Episode two is where things got to get off the rails, and he kind of starts to reveal his inner Kenny, and he gets angry at Lee if you don't kill a man in cold blood. And then episode three is when everything goes to shit. And episode three, four, and five, Kenny is awesome. He's grieving and he's taking out his anger on Ben, and he would have been S even if he died in the end of season one with that whole sacrifice he made with Ben, because that was an awesome ending for his character. But he does continue on to season two. And I love his appearance in season two, how he's continuously going off the rails, and he's very stubborn. Kenny is, he wants to get to Wellington, but no one else really wants to. I love his relationship with Clem and everything, and then Sarita dies, and I don't like how he blames Kenny. What I don't like how Kenny blames Clem for Sarita's death. That was a little off. I feel like Kenny in season two is a little bit too verbally abusive. Like he kind of yells a lot at Clementine in that scene. And although I know he has Clem and AJ's best interests at heart, as evident by the Wellington ending, I feel like they might have gone a little bit too far in season two. A little bit too far. And also season three, which is where this photo comes from. That's awful. The death they gave him was awful. But I don't think I'm going to hold it against his character because he was still good in those scenes, especially in the episode four flashback of season three. There's that they give you like an extra Kenny flashback of them just at the campfire, and you actually see him like genuinely happy with Clem and AJ, and it almost kind of makes up for the death, but it's horrible. I hate the death so much. How the fuck did that even happen? Duck, uh, he was cool, kind of. I'll put him at the top of D because he's kind of adorable. They didn't really give him much in the first two episodes, but I think then in the third episode they remembered, oh my god, wait, he's supposed to die and we're supposed to feel something. So we'll give him like a that cool. We'll make him Lee's right hand man for that little mystery. Maybe I think that was the thing they were going for there. They wanted to give him something in episode three before he died, some little story thing. Katja C, I think we should got a little bit more of her. But her killing herself was tragic, but also does kind of make sense. I like the little dialogue you have with her when you first meet her in episode one, how she's like adamant on things going back to normal and for the world to, eventually, just go back to the way it was and get rid of all the walkers and just go back to everyone's lives. But then in episode three, I think with when Duck gets bitten, she kind of realizes that that's never going to happen. That's just a faraway fantasy, and she doesn't want to be part of this world anymore. I wish we got a little bit more of that, but hey, you're playing as Lee the entire time. You only to see things through his perspective. If they made like a TV show on these games, I wish they really show a little bit more of Katja and that kind of thing. Carly, I love Carly. Gonna put her in A. She's way better than Doug, who's the alternate choice. Doug, I really don't care about. I'll put him in E. Just, I, does Doug even have a character? He likes technology and stuff. Great. He can probably put together like a PC or something. I don't care. We're in the apocalypse. Carly knows about Lee's past and is great for his character. She would be an S if she just stuck around a little bit longer, but she didn't. I understand that she did serve her narrative purpose, but I would like to see her stick around a little bit more. I know we need someone to die for Lily to be kicked out of the group, but it's still kind of annoying. But she's still A tier. She's still a great character, and I love her conversations with Lee, and she even serves as kind of like a love interest for Lee, which was nice. I think it was kind of goes. I feel like they could have done more with the whole love interest, seeing as I mean we know Lee's history. He literally killed a man for sleeping with his wife. That's I feel like they could have done a little bit more with Lee having a love interest, but maybe it's best that we didn't go that route. I don't know. Lily Lily is definitely a. I'm torn right now. I might put her. I might put her a little bit under Carly. I think that's good. S tier is for like the really really good characters, but I love these characters as well. I know some people don't like the fact that Lily came back in season four, but I actually do like it. And people say she changed too much, but I just don't understand why people think that's a problem. Like, let's say for Clementine, she went from the scared little girl in season one to the absolute badass she is in season four. People change a lot in this universe. Think of Rick from the TV show from season one to season 8 or 9. Like he changes a lot. I have no trouble believing that Lily could go from the person she is in season one to the person she is in season four. Like, sure, it's a jump, yeah, but a lot of time has passed. We don't see what goes on, and maybe that's why don't like it, is because we don't see it. But I don't know what to tell you guys. I think it's believable. Like she's a villain, but I don't know. She's trying to gain troops to fight the stupid fucking war, and I think her presence was great. The ending they gave her character wasn't amazing. Like you either just sort of kill her, or she just kind of leaves on a boat, or not a boat, like I think it was like a raft maybe. It was either a raft or a very small little boat. I don't like her. Oh, season one though, great. I love her dynamic with Kenny and her kind of being controlled by Larry, and the fact that she wasn't really a great leader. She definitely had to work on her leadership skills, but I think she was great. I don't really have much else to say about her, to be honest. Larry, my man, hate Larry, but also he's a great character, in my opinion. I think he's actually going to go up in A. We're going to put Larry in A. I love what Larry does to the story, and I mean the salt lick scene in the meat locker. Come on, like what better scene could you ask for? That was like a really good choice because you don't want to just kill a man, but also he's going to come back to life, and also he's a piece of shit, and he weighs like fucking 300 kg or something. I don't know. I think he was a great antagonist for episode one and two, and I always like how it's ambiguous if he's actually racist or not. Like, is Larry racist? I don't know. I think so. I think he was racist, personally. I mean, he seemed to have Clementine's best interests at heart, I think, because he did say that he didn't want anything to happen to her. But honestly, I think he's just a big racist asshole, to be honest. But it's left ambiguous, which is nice. Mark, he's all right. He says a little bit too much. Should probably keep his mouth closed every now and then. He's all right. Put him in C. I have no one in B so far. I haven't really have anyone I want to put in B. Hey, Ben. Do you want to put Ben in? No, I want no, I want to put Ben in A tier. Yeah, not B tier. I love Ben. It makes most sense for him to betray the group because he's just a kid, and I like the speech he made to Kenny. Is that like he never got to say goodbye to his loved ones and his family and all that, and he's really, really, really stupid. I mean that scene in episode 4 where he pulls the hammer out of the door. Like, who would do that? That's one of the most common ways to block a door. Is to like put a stick in it, or put a hammer or a shovel in it, so that they can't open the walkers can't open the doors. How does he not know that? That was one moment where I was like, Ben, come the fuck on. Like, I understand making a deal with the bandits. It's fucking stupid, but I can understand it. Like that scene in episode 4 was just it took me out of the moment. It kind of takes me out of the moment every single time. But that's just a little nitpick. I still like Ben, and his continuous bad decisions always put the group in danger. But I still like that about him. He did not adapt to the apocalypse at all. I honestly don't understand how he survived that long with the group of classmates. Like, they kind of got taken out pretty easily at the beginning of episode 2. I don't know. I think they just survived by pure luck. The St. John's, let's rank them all together. I think they're all in B tier. I actually love the St. John's. Uh, Danny, he's a pedo. I'm pretty sure. I think they hinted at him being a pedo anyway. Brenda, she's the mother taking care of everyone, and she was the one who actually seemed the most sweet and nurturing. As in, I mean, these two brothers, they don't seem like bad people at first, but especially when you meet Brenda, you just think, oh, she's just such a sweet old woman. But then you realize they're fucking eating people. That's insane. If I was to order these characters, I think I actually would go in this order. I like the scene at the end where you choose to either kill uh, Andy or leave him. He dies either way, though. I'm pretty sure. I think if you leave him, he just gets eaten by walkers. I think it was very obvious he just got eaten by walkers. That was the implication anyway. But Kenny has survived way worse than being eaten by walkers in an open area. He was nearly eaten by walkers in a like little enclosed alleyway. Chuck, Chuck, my man, you're going in A tier, man. Chuck is great. If it wasn't for Chuck, both Lee and Clem would both be dead because he was the one who really convinced Lee to teach Clem how to shoot, and he was really influential in that way. I don't think he should have said to Clem directly that she'd be dead if she didn't do anything. If she I don't think she should have told Clem that she would die. That was a little bit too strong, but I still like him anyway. And I kind of like how chill he was. People just stumbled onto his train, and he was all fine with it. Like, he was like, "Yeah, yeah, sure, come with me, or I'll come with you." We just kind of casually steal his house, kind of, but he's like, okay with us, and he just comes with us anyway. And then he kind of dies off in the beginning of episode 4, defending us. That's pretty great. Like, he doesn't stick around for long, but like in the short time we see Chuck, he's pretty cool. Krista, she never came back from the beginning of season 2, and that is kind of annoying. But I always liked her. I don't think I like her as much as most people though. I don't know. I don't know if I even put her up in A tier. I think I'll put her at the top of B tier because I like her. I like how tough she was. And it's understandable why she would gain kind of a bit of resentment towards Clem. You could kind of tell in the beginning of season 2 how she was resentful. And we don't know what happened to the baby. I assume it was either a stillbirth or the baby died very young. Maybe because they weren't able to get enough like formula for it. Uh, yeah, I like. Wait, what was I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh, she's pregnant at the end of season 1, but I feel like they hinted at it a little bit too strongly. Like, they have her kind of just throw up, and then she makes an excuse like, "Oh my god, I can't believe no one else threw up around dead dogs or whatever." It's a fair enough comment, but I think it's pretty obvious that she was pregnant because they kind of made a little bit too big of a deal about it. Uh, that's my opinion on it anyway. And Omid, I think as well. I think I'm going to put him here. I like Omid. He's really likable, but I think he lacks. No, and actually, no. I'm going to put Omid up here. Yeah, because I like Krista, but I don't love Krista. I actually love Woomies. I just made a decision on a whim. there's not really much to talk about. His death, I actually like. I don't really think there was much purpose for Omid in the story now. Krista or Omid, there wasn't really much of a purpose for them. You could say that um, Alvin and Rebecca were kind of their replacements, but I think it was kind of important to introduce new characters for that storyline, that pregnant storyline. I don't know because I think it kind of gives Clem a little bit more of a reason. Like she's already seen a pregnant woman give birth and the baby has died before. She's already seen that happen before. So this it gives her more of an incentive to raise AJ in a way. I think even if they never really like stated it out loud, I always thought like internally the kind of the thoughts that have always been going on Clementine's mind. And that's during season two with Rebecca. It must be interesting. Okay, we also have some 400 Days characters here I forgot to mention, and Nate and who's this one? Becca. Yeah, because I actually remember their characters, although apparently not their names. And wait, do I have one missing? I think I have one missing. Oh wait, no, that's, oh no, I'm thinking about Bonnie. No, she's over here. I just associated her with season two for obvious reasons. Vince, who's a pretty cool guy. I'll put him here. He's pretty cool, likable character. Becca, also same. 400 Days was all right. I didn't really care for much of the characters. Like I feel like I'm just gonna end up putting everyone here except maybe Russell. I liked Russell a bit more than the rest for some reason. I don't know, I think he was more likable. Nate, he'll go a B. I really liked Nate. I thought he was a fun character. I liked the friendship, quote unquote friendship that these two had. If I was to replay any of the 400 Days episodes, it'd probably be the Russell one. I kind of like that one. I kind of like that one the best. Um, Bonnie, I'm not going to talk about until season two. She's a season two character in my mind. Molly, she sticks around for one episode and then kind of disappears. I liked her. I'm gonna put her in a nah. I'll put her in C, top of C. I think that's best. I haven't really been ranking these characters that much, but I think I'll have to go. You put Glenn down here. Put Russell above Glenn, and these are all good. Here, yeah, I think this is these are ordered right. These are ordered right. Molly, yeah, top of C. I don't care about the ones in D. Like I don't really care about how I rank them. Eh. Uh. Wait, this is okay. This. Wait, but did I talk about the character I was just talking? I was just. Oh no, Molly. Oh wait, I have one more thing to say about Molly. I think I have a theory that I've heard that apparently she was bit at the end of episode four, and that's why she didn't go in the boat. I kind of like that theory. She kind of it's kind of I would say it's not foreshadowing towards Lee's bite because they don't actually reveal it, but I think I do kind of like that theory how she was bit, and this kind of preludes Lee's bite. But it's weird. No, I don't think so. Maybe now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, like the developers didn't intend it for to happen. Maybe in the universe it did, but the devs definitely didn't. Because, I mean, the reveal that she was part of Crawford was like really obvious, as well as the Krista pregnant storyline reveal. Like they weren't really good at hiding the hints in season one, especially in episode four. They were just way too obvious with the reveals. Uh, so yeah, but she's still pretty okay. She was like a prelude to Jane's character. This guy is the one of the only background characters I'm including. It's kind of like him, how he's part of Crawford and allows all this terrible shit to go on, but will actually like let it go if he has like fucking sex with his patient. Like, I'm pretty sure he has sex with Molly in one of the tape recordings you can find. Like, kind of a scumbag. I put him at the bottom here. I just wanted to bring him up. I have no other characters like that. I don't know why I included this guy. Vernon, yeah, Vernon's all right. I like how he kind of told Lee that he should take Clementine at the end. I think it was a good chance to tell Vernon off and kind of assert your dominance as Clem's caretaker now. That was nice, but he stole the boat. I don't like that. But he was nice enough. I will say, I think people give Werner a little bit too much flack because he was a doctor, first of all. So immediately I'm just like, yeah, okay. Doctors are pretty good people. They save lives and everything. And he was leading a cancer group. But also, I think the reason why he asked for him to bring Clementine is just so he wouldn't have to leave Clementine behind. That's pretty cool. And of all the things that people do during The Walking Dead, stealing a boat isn't really that bad considering the circumstances. But he was leaving a bunch of people to die, and he did kind of leave Clementine to die in the process. So not great. Bree, I don't really care. Yeah, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. She doesn't really have much of a character. She's kind of a bitch. Anyway, Luke, I love Luke, but I think he's a little bit overrated as a character. I'm gonna put him here. I think that Carly and Lily are better. I don't. I liked Luke in the first four episodes. I don't like him in episode five. He feels a little bit too pushed to the background. Aside from his death scene and that one campfire scene, I really liked him in, but his death wasn't really that great, and I feel like he could have done more. People like to say that it should have been Kenny versus Luke at the end of season two. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think it's a. I don't think that's what they were planning, or maybe they were planning. But the reason why they didn't do Kenny versus Luke is because they realized it couldn't really work. Because why would Kenny want to kill Luke? I understand why they have arguments, but why would they want to kill each other? It's not something that it's just something that never clicked in my brain. It's like why would they want to kill each other? No, he was such a nice dude though, and I like his relationship with Clem. I like how he was asking Clem what the most important things in the world are, and he said family. Nice. Thinking about it, I don't know if anyone else is gonna go in S tier. I'll find someone else. S tier is like the best of the best. It's like elite. We have like six other tiers here. Sarah, missed potential. I wish she lived longer. Blah 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 blah. But I think she had some really good groundwork for her character. And I like the concept of her character, which is a lot of the season two characters. I feel this way, where I like the concept of the characters. They just weren't executed properly. Like Sarah was like Clementine, but she would be sheltered, and it was hinted that she had like autism or something, or was on the spectrum. And I like that. I really like some of the scenes with her in it, and I like I like how in season two you can just not be friends with her and just be an absolute asshole to her. Clement in season two is kind of awesome, but no, I don't want to talk about Clementine all day. So yeah, missed opportunity for Sarah. It's kind of cruel at the beginning of season four if you just leave her to die, but really, she dies in the exact same way if you rescue her. So there's really no point. I really wish she at least developed and just to do something, or maybe she ends up like betraying the group or something, and maybe Clementine has to kill her herself. Like that'd be kind of awesome. Carlos, actually love Carlos as a character. I think he was pretty good. Um, I don't think this guy was a proper doctor because as a lot of people have complained, he's not able to distinguish between a human bite and a dog bite at the beginning of episode two. No, it's the end of episode one. Sorry, but yeah, that's stupid. But I also think that maybe he was a doctor, but he didn't tell the rest of the group that he knew it wasn't a walker bite because he didn't want Clem in the house at all to be a bad influence on Sarah. And I think that might be the case. I don't know. He's a really bad father. Let's be honest here. He's a really bad father. I don't care. You killed your daughter, man. You definitely did. You have to expose her to the outside world. And I know Sarah was exposed to a bit of it during maybe a bit of time in Carver's camp, maybe in house, but he didn't do enough. He didn't do enough at all. Rebecca, I don't know what to think about Rebecca. She's just kind of has a big like mood swing in episode two, and for that reason, she's just way too inconsistent. Like she's like an absolute asshole in the beginning at in episode one and the beginning of episode two, but then for the rest of the game, she's like all right, and her death isn't really amazing. I really wish they said maybe I wish she'd lived to episode five maybe, and they could have given her a similar death where she was like suffering from a disease and they needed to get her to like help immediately or something, and I've been thinking about this. In this situation, maybe where Carver survived, Carver could have been like at Wellington waiting for them, and then I don't know, they say like, "Hey, we need to get Rebecca to safety immediately, or get her a doctor." And then Carver's like, "Oh, wait, we'll get to her in a minute, but and the first I need to do with you." And then they set Rebecca down, and then she like dies of the disease. Yeah. Don't ask me how Carver would have gotten into Wellington. I don't know. Maybe the reveal is that Wellington only has like two people in it, and then Kenny goes crazy and then kills Luke or something. Alvin, I don't care about Alvin. He's just like he's a nice guy, sure, but he never learns about the fact that Carver is AJ's father, and that's just a big missed potential. Like, holy shit, that could have made his character actually interesting. Like, I would have really loved if he survived another episode and then learned that AJ wasn't his. That would have been awesome. Like maybe he kind of maybe AJ's like too white. He was like, what the hell? Okay, next up was Pete. Don't really have much to say about Pete. He was pretty cool for the one episode he was in, and then he died. And yeah, could put him in C because there's not really much else I can say about him. If he lived a little bit longer, maybe I could put him in a higher tier. But for now, yeah, he's going right here. Going right here. Great. Oh, wait, no, I keep doing this. I keep like not ordering them right. I just keep putting them in the tiers. I need to organize these guys. Oh, Sarah. I think Sarah and Carlos might go above the St. John. No, I might put Carlos at the bottom of B tier because he's not like quite as good. And did I just zoom out? I don't want to zoom out. I want to. I don't want to zoom in. I want to zoom out. There we go. Fucking hell. Uh, Pete. Okay, Rebecca will go here. Pete will go here above Russell. I think that's a pretty good ranking. Nick, biggest missed potential. I swear to God. Okay, so this guy is focused on a lot in episode two, and they keep saying how he's going off the rails and everything, and then you can either tell Walter that he's a good guy or not a good guy, and Walter can then potentially kill him, and but then in episode three and four he does literally nothing. It's like the worst death in the entire series. He dies off screen. They don't do anything with his character. They don't even finish the fucking character arc. They set up like a character arc, and they never go through with it. Like like I understand. Like I think it's best to just let Nick die in episode two because at least then his arc does kind of come to a conclusion in a way. It's not a very good conclusion, but like him and Walter should have survived, and then maybe if you let Nick live, they can come to an understanding in episode two, and Nick can like sacrifice himself or something. I don't know. So for that, we'll put him in D because I actually uh we'll put him we'll put him here because I actually liked him. I thought he had so much potential. Sarita, she has like nothing. She's like nice, and that's it. Literally nothing. Bonnie, okay, Bonnie's a hard one. Let's put her on F for a minute while I think. Bonnie's just such a hard one. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Bonnie. Parver does like her because she's like a person who always says she's going to do better, but then just doesn't. And she is kind of a warm, nurturing mother figure in episode 4, but in episode 5, she just like blames Clem for Luke's death, which is the dumbest thing ever. I don't get that. Like, Clem is 11. Can you people please remember that? Um, I think I will put her up in C. I will actually put her below Katja. She's not awful. I like to hate on Bonnie because hating on Bonnie is fun, but she's not terrible. A lot of these season two characters are kind of going down here, unfortunately. Walter, he's actually great. I like how he had this whole like big, f- these like philosophical speeches in episode two, and then once he realizes that Matthew is dead, he just goes off the rails. I like that. He's not around long enough to like make like a very big lasting impression, but I actually put him up here in front of the St. John's. Yeah, I fucking love Walter. From like the two scenes that he's in. He's just such a nice guy. Matthew, I forgot to move him down. I guess I'll just put him here then. Mike, Mike is such a nothing character to me. I don't really care about Mike, but he's kind of. I do like he's kind of easily swayed by Bonnie. At the end, it's kind of her idea to leave, I think, and then Mike just kind of goes along with it. And What else? He's kind of the biggest Arvo supporter in the entire episode. And it's kind of weird. Like if they want, I feel like Jane should have been a little bit more vocal in episode 5 if they wanted to do a Kenny versus Jane fight, and she should have been maybe the one, maybe another person like defending Arvo, because it's mostly just Mike. But I'll put him. Uh, no, he's actually not that bad. I might put him above Vernon. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Tavia, don't really care about Tavia. Yeah, wait, why actually? This is how I order these characters. Yeah, there we go. I love Carver. He's like a fucking great villain. If he had survived longer, he could have gotten his way into S tier maybe. But for now, I might, I might put him below Luke here. I think he's better than Larry, a bit better than Larry. But he was a great villain. Reggie, he died so early, but I like the fact that he didn't have his arm. It made it kind of give us context to the choice that they end up with episode 3 with Sarita. But I mean, I don't really know. I'll just go like no. He'll go here. Yeah, he was fine. Troy, I like Troy. I like the scene where Jane shot him in the balls, but I wish there was actually more like build up for that moment because it just kind of comes out of nowhere. It's like when the hell did Jane and Troy have a thing? That was never mentioned. I like how much of an asshole he is. I'm gonna put him above Vernon. No, no, we're gonna put him at the bottom of C tier. I think Vernon had a bit more for me to actually grasp onto. Oh, for fuck's sake! There's Lucas here as well. Everyone was here, but I'm just blind whenever it's convenient. Luke, I don't care. You're it's the exact same picture that chose as well. By the way, there's a fucking cow down here. How am I supposed to rank a fucking cow? Arvo. I don't fucking like Arvo. I hate him. I don't even get him anyway. He's so inconsistent. He's like portrayed as kind of being like a nice guy in episode 4 when you meet him. Kind of. He just wants medicine for his sister, but then once you kill his sister in episode 5, he's a asshole. But I would understand that if his sister was actually alive, but no, his sister was a walker. Like, does he not understand that? Like, I understand he doesn't understand English very well, maybe, but it's just fucking dumb. I don't like Arvo. Is Jane on this list? Oh, come on. I don't think Jane is on this list. Come on, man. Kind of need Jane. She's kind of like the whole point of the season 2 ending is Jane. Oh, she's probably in this list somewhere. I just can't find her because I'm blind. Okay, I have Jane now, and I swear to God, if I see her picture in this tier list, I will cry. I will I'll just cry. This is her season 3 appearance, which is shit, but all right. I actually really like Jane as a character. Let me put her below Larry. Um, I feel like if they actually hyped up the Kenny versus Jane aspect of episode 5 a little bit more, she could have been even higher. But I like her. Obviously, Kenny is the right choice, but I do like her. And people say that it was out of character for her to hide AJ. I don't buy it. I think it was kind of in character for her. She wanted to prove a point to Clementine, because she was growing a bond with Clementine, and she wanted to get her away from Kenny. Although earlier in the episode, she did say that she understood where Kenny was coming from, and she understood him, kind of, which I really wish they didn't include that scene. Come on. Like, why are you such a dick to Kenny later on when you're literally acting sympathetic for him, like earlier in the episode? It doesn't really make much sense, in my opinion. But whatever. All right. Anyway, yeah, she kills herself in episode in episode 1 of season 3. That's completely out of character. Actually, that's character assassination. I actually might knock her back. The beginning of episode 3. The beginning of episode 3 for Kenny's death in season 3 is bad, but it doesn't actually assassinate his character because he's still the same guy. You can see him actually acting that way if he did get into a car crash with Clem and AJ. But there's no way Jane would be killing herself even if she was pregnant. I don't even care. I don't buy it. Okay, we have Edith from season 2 and 3. Yeah, she was all right. Yeah, Javier, the other playable character. He's really good. I like him. Let's put him here for now, just for me to think about this because I actually don't know where I'm going to place him. I love Javi. He is a great character. I love his character arc. Although I wish we got to see more of his character arc, as in he kind of just is one way during the flashbacks, and then he is developed, like he is fully developed by the time we're playing the actual game. Like in a way, like all the all the development kind of happens in between. But I still like his character. He's pretty likable as well. He's the best character of season 3, if you don't include Clementine, because I just love Clementine that much. Where will we put him? I'll put him above Ben. I like him more than Ben. We'll put him here. One of the best characters of season 3, and he's still not as good as most people on A tier. It's kind of sad. A New Frontier, not that great of a game. AJ, I love AJ. Actually, AJ might be in S tier. I actually love AJ. I don't really care. I don't care. I love this final season so much. Actually influencing the type of person AJ is going to be, because in the first season I love Lee and Clem's dynamic. It is still better, I think. But in season 4, you are actually raising this child. You aren't just taking care of him until his parents come back. No, you are fully raising this child, and they look up to you. There was this. I was replaying the final season a couple of days ago, and I think the little thing in the corner where it says like, "Oh, Kenny will remember that," or Clementine will remember that. Well, there was a point in the final season where it says AJ looks up to you for guidance in this world. And I was like, oh yeah, that's obvious. But then like a second later, it says you just tortured a man in front of him. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, it was. I like at the end of the game as well how you have like a list of all the lessons you taught AJ and stuff, and it actually feels like you're raising this child. And I know in episode 4 you make the choice to trust him or not, and then if you trust him to make the right decisions, he kills 10. But if you don't trust him, he then either Violet or Lewis dies, depending on your romance options. And I thought that was a really, really cool mechanic that they introduced there. And also, if you tell him that it's okay to swear in the beginning of the game, he like swears throughout the entire thing. Not the entire thing, but swears it on and off throughout the game. I thought that was another fun thing. It felt like we were raising AJ. That's my point. David. Hey, David was good. I like David. Uh, I'll put him. Might put him top of B. I put top of B. I like David. I think it could have been more. Uh, I think that the problem I have with David is the relationship he has with Kate, because they never really made their marriage that convincing. It was just like I never understood why Kate fell in love with David to begin with. That's why I know the whole point is that he's not suited to his family life, and that he wants to be a soldier and everything. But I wish we got to see some more redeeming factors of him, kind of, because I think they went a little bit too hard on the soldier aspect, and he was a little bit too ruthless at times. Uh, yeah, that's nothing really I have to say about David. I wish we had more. I wish we had like an actual full conversation with David and Kate, because like honestly, Kate kind of hates him by the end of the season. I'm like, what? Why did you marry him, man? Why? It makes no sense. Kate, same problem. She pushes the romance a little bit too hard on the player, I think. I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna put her above Carlos. She was still pretty cool. I still always go for the romance because I don't really see any point in not going for the romance. Just get more dialogue and shit, and it also just makes David attacking Javier just way better because you did just kind of steal his wife because they are technically married. So it makes more sense in that way. Gabe, oh fuck off, Gabe. Fuck you. My favorite part about Gabe is whenever I get the chance to make fun of him, and yeah, I don't know, I like Gabe. He kind of just gets angry at you for whenever what you do. Does he deserve to be an F? Yeah, I'm putting him in F. I don't like him. He's kind of annoying. They were trying to do something where he's trying to escape his father's shadow, and he actually finally understand that Javier was the guy he wants to look up to, and that could have actually made his character be in C or D. But the moment that ruins Gabe's character is the point where David's like, "Oh yeah, we need to get out of here, guys. We're not saving Richmond." And then Kate's like, "Oh no, we're not doing that." And you need to make the big decision. For some reason, Gabe wants to go with his dad, but that just completely throws his character arc out the window. Sure, Gabe at the beginning of the series would want to do that. I understand that, but at the end, like after all the development, you just backcycled. What the hell? Like it just doesn't make any sense. I'm annoyed. I was so annoyed. Mariana was a likable character. I'll put her up. She was likable. I'll put her a little bit here above Mike, below Glenn. Yeah, her death at the end of episode one of A New Frontier was surprising to say the least. But she never developed into a super like interesting character. So yeah, she's just a nice kid who likes candy bars, and like listening to music. And she's just likable, That's why her death kind of hits so hard, is because she was actually really likable. But I wish people actually mourned her death more. Like I swear, in my playthrough, I went back with Kate. My latest playthrough, I went back with Kate to Prescott because I hadn't made that choice before. And in that, you don't even bury Mariana. Like, you just kind of run out of there. You don't even cry. It's just, oh, yeah, she's dead now. I know her death does have long lasting effects, but I should have had way more. Ugh. Salvador. Javi and David's character. He was cool. He turned into Walker in episode one, but I also love the speech he gave to Javi and David at the beginning of episode five, and how legacy is all we leave behind. For that, I'm going to put him at the top of D. Well, maybe here. Nah, thinking about it, I forgot to mention that Herschel gives us like cool speech in episode one of the series about like the importance of truth. I like that. He's like in the bar and he tells Lee about the importance of truth. Pretty cool scene. Joan, really wish she was a more interesting character because honestly, she's kind of all right. We'll put her we'll put her above these guys. No, we'll put her in C tier. She could have been way better. She was just kind of not great. Clint, I like how he wasn't up for the murder at the end of episode four, but he still let it happen. He still let like either Trip or Ava die. He really should have stopped that sooner, but I like how he actually intervened at the end. But then David can kill him if he starts the riot. That makes no sense at all. Why would you kill Clint? I thought you guys were actually all friends at some point and then started this big community. Whatever. I'll put him. Uh, put him like here. He's all right. Actually, you know what? No. Uh, fine. But no, no. Okay, I think there's a good choice. Good. Oh, this guy. Okay, Dr. Lingard. Uh, he's alright. He's just kind of a drug addict. Yeah, he's I don't really have any feelings towards him at all. Max. I like Max. I like how him and Badger were kind of different. Like Max didn't always want to go along with all the Badger shit. So for that, we'll put him like here. I don't know. Ava, I wish we got to see more of her, like a lot of New Frontier characters, but she was all right. I don't know where to place her. She's like around here somewhere, I'd say. No, I like her interactions with Clementine, but I don't know if it's enough. But put her at bottom of C, sure, why not? Badger, he was fun, I guess. He was just like evil. So yeah, I feel like Max had a little bit more depth to him, but I still like the scene where you killed him. So we'll put him below Max. Eleanor, oh yeah, she betrays the group like a bitch. I don't like her. She was an actual character though, so that's why I might put her at the bottom of D. I just don't really like Eleanor. She had this like flirty scene with Javi in the beginning of episode one, and never really, or not beginning of episode one, was like midway through episode one once you got to Prescott, and it never went anywhere. It's weird how they just like flirt with each other, and that's it. Like, I don't. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't like Eleanor. Fuck it. She betrays the group and that's it. And then you like forgive her or don't forgive her. She should have died at the end of the season. uh, Conrad, he's cool because he can survive to the end of the season. If you actually make him live. But he's yeah, you know, I'm actually going to him B because of that. That was cool. He's a pretty likable guy. He kind of has a nice little redemption arc in the background. I'll put him above Nate. Yeah, so that means he's the fourth best New Frontier character. I think the Treks New Frontier is just not good. Trip, I like Trip in my first playthrough. The second playthrough, he really got on my nerves and just started annoying me because I feel like in episode three and four, all he said was just, "Oh, Eleanor, I'm gonna ask out Eleanor. Hobby, shall I ask out Eleanor? I'm gonna go ask out Eleanor now." Just all those Eleanor. I don't give a shit, man. You're annoying. You're so fucking annoying. I'm gonna put you on D. I don't care. Doesn't even interest me as a character. Uh, no, fuck it. Well, fuck it. We'll put him here. No, we'll put him. We'll put him above Clint. I just don't like Trip. I'm sorry, Trip fans. Jesus, he was cool. I know he's really good in comics, but I don't know because I haven't read them. I've only seen the show, and I think I've not really read the first issue. I haven't read the first volume of the comics, but I've seen like an audio visual video of it somewhere. But it didn't have Jesus in it, so it doesn't really matter. I'll put him from what we saw of him. I actually kind of liked him, so we'll go around here. I liked him. I like how he's a good. I like his interaction with Javi at the end. He was pretty cool. Ruby, we're going on to final season characters now. Ruby, she was cool. Like she had a little bit of temper to her. I'll put her. She'll probably still go with C because we didn't get that much of her, but it's not like she had crazy potential and then lost that potential. I'll put her a bit of above Glenn. Yeah, Willie, we use same boat. C tier, but I think I liked Willie a little bit more. I think I put him a bit above Russell here. That seems right. A Sim, he was also cool. I don't have much to say about these characters. They're kind of likable. I like the season four characters, except Omar. You know what, Omar, he's going here because he just doesn't give me anything. He's just a chef. That's it. A Sim, he had this whole history book and everything, and I think he was actually the most interesting of all these guys. I might put him here. He's most interesting out of the regular people at the school. Violet, oh, I love Violet. I actually might put both Violet and Lewis up in fucking S tier because I just like final season that much, guys. I'm just like that. I like how both of these guys can be romances. Although I do have a bit of an issue with how the mechanic is used. I do like their characters, but the problem with Violet is that when you go to the how am I saying here? Well, when you go to rescue her at the end of episode three, she kind of like blocks you off and is really distant, which I would understand if that was only for people who had romanced her. I feel like if you romance someone and then let them get captured, they should have like a much stronger reaction when you save them because like it's kind of the same reaction either way if you rescue either of these two, if you romance them or not. But if you romance Violet and then let her get captured, then you rescue her, then I'd understand if she was really cold and distant towards you. Uh, yeah, that's just a little nitpick. Also, Lewis gets his tongue cut out, which is cool, but then he can't really do anything in episode four or end of episode three, really, and as a character. But I also love him. He's pretty cool. Like Violet had this whole thing with Minerva, which really connected us to to the whole the overall overarching story, and that's why I think the romance option is better for Violet, just because, like, from a story perspective. But also, I understand why you'd want to pick Lewis. I mean, he's kind of awesome. I like the card games he plays and the humor he brings to the show. It's the show, the game. I thought that was great. I love those guys. Mitch, I thought he was pretty cool. He was kind of an asshole to Clown, but also I think it was kind of justified in the circumstances. So we'll put, we'll put him up. What about B? Bottom of B. I like Mitch. He sacrificed his life for 10 as well. Marlon was great. I actually really like Marlon. Uh, what he was doing. I think I put him towards the bottom of A here. And they revealed that he was kind of a twist villain. I can see his motivations. Wanted to keep everyone safe by sacrificing a few. You know, kind of like Thanos, right? Isn't that what the snap is all about? I don't know. I haven't seen Marvel. This just came to my mind. But not a great dude. I wish we saw him and Lewis's friendship more because it was brought up that they were best friends, and I love how distant Lewis is to Clan, and then he kind of like forgives them a bit throughout the story, kind of. Although if Lewis gets captured there, and if you're a dick to Lewis the entire time through episode 1 and 2, and then he gets captured, well, he doesn't really forgive you. Guess he's happy to see you when you rescue him. That's about it. Brody, we didn't have enough of Brody, but I liked her. She's a likable character. Uh, I'll put her below Vernon, but above Joan. There we go. 10. I like Tennessee for his relationship with Minnie and Violet. That was good. And AJ and everything. And I think the right decision was to let him die, but it was still sad. I'll put him here. That seems about right. Abel. I liked Abel episode 1 and 2, but he was actually really good in episode 3 with that one little interrogation scene. That really kind of brought him to life for me as a character. But I'll still put him here. Yeah, yes, this seems about right. Put him around there. Minnie, I love Minnie. I think okay. I like her up until episode 4. Episode 4, she like survives like 10 fucking bites and like a couple of hours to the chest and gunshot wounds, and it's like, what? When will you die? So episode 4 kind of ruins her for me. So I might put her around here because I like her in episode 3, and the fact that she kills Sophie, I think was kind of a great storyline for her. Yeah, and our final character, James. I like James. I don't agree with his philosophy that walkers are people, or like are have anything really have any brain activity left, or whatever the hell he was going on about. There's no one. They might contain some muscle memory, because I think if you see the Walker 10, he does like the same like the he walks the same way as regular 10. That's interesting to me. Uh, but that's not only about James. James, I'll still put him up in A. I just love the concept of walkers are people. I think I put him a bit below Ben. I guess it could have been developed more, but I think they used his time pretty perfectly. And I like how he kind of gets aggressive in the last episode because it was like hinted because before you go into break into the Delta, he says how he has done like really bad things in the past and how he's kind of ashamed of it, and he's kind of overcompensating now, like being, oh, life is precious with the walkers, but then like he kind of reverts back, like when Lily is killed or he dies. I think the version where you kill Lily is way more interesting for his character. And there's like, I think one of the dialogue options is where Clementine tells him that this isn't how the world works anymore. To, and that sometimes you need to kill people. And it was great for Clementine's character, but also James kind of listens in that moment. And I just like his character. He's I understand why some people don't like him, The way he speaks is almost come out as so weird, and I think it's because he's a whisperer, and it kind of that's kind of the way they talk. It was always a bit weird and a bit off-putting to me. But yeah, all these other characters, I'm pretty sure I don't really care about. The only person on this list, on this tier list, it is a fucking list off. Okay, only person here I actually care about ranking is Michonne. Michonne is here somewhere. I'm not going to because I don't really care about her in the Michonne game. But my point is that I actually care about her in the show. I just don't care about her in the games. Where is she? She's right here. Uh, you know what? Let's rank her because okay, I guess she's the one character in the Michonne games I actually found interesting. I like how she let go of her children at the end, stop chasing them. I'll put her. I'll put her like here or something. Let's rank Michonne here. This is Michonne in the games. Michonne in the show would probably be B, S tier, or A tier. Yeah, that's it, guys, from my tier list. Leave down in the comments below if you disagree with any of my rankings. Uh, I think people will agree with these three in S tier, but maybe these three you guys think should be in A tier. Maybe other people should be in S tier. I don't know. I think I'm happy with this list though. I agree with it because it is my list, obviously. Uh, I don't think anyone will be disagreeing with F tier, right? As far as I know, everyone hates these three characters, and I fucking hate them. E tier is a bunch of nothing characters. Like I don't really have much of an opinion on them. They're just kind of there. I guess Lingard will go up here because at least he is a drug addict and has something going for him. And Doug was likable, I guess, but that's the only thing he was going for him. Just that he was likable. So we needed more. Okay, I know I technically ranked Mariana high. Where's Mariana's up here, and she was just likable. But I feel like she had more to her, and there wasn't as much time for her character to actually grow. But I feel like they could have done way more with Doug, Sarita, and most of these characters in the time that were on screen. Especially Omar here. What the hell? He's a one Erickson school kid who just wasn't developed at all. It's weird. They probably were meant to do something with him, but they just ended up didn't. D are some characters I find good, but we don't see enough of them to put them any higher. C, we're getting some juicy character arcs, um, and some of them could be better, and some of them have been hindered by some choices that the developers made, but they're still good. B, getting even better. A, we're really good character territory, and then S is the best of the best, right here. Yeah. So that's it for my list, guys. I'll see you next time.